Patriot Prime Reviews is a channel for adult collectors and may not be suitable for children under 13 years of age. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Patriot Prime here once again with another Transformers review. But before I get started, I need you guys to do me a favor. If you're watching this video right here and are not a subscriber of Patriot Prime Reviews, please hit that subscribe button right now. It won't cost you a thing, but will help me and my channel out tremendously. Also, make sure and visit my sponsor, Toyhax.com. Toyhax provides reproduction and upgrade decal sets for Transformer toys from Generation 1 to the latest modern figures. Make sure and stop by the Toyhax Armory, where they can equip your figures with new weaponry in multiple colors, and Toy Stages provides backdrops for figure displays and photography. Each purchase with Toyhax earns you RoboCents that can be used for future purchases. You can check your balance anytime in your cart. Toyhax is a company run by collectors for collectors. So check out Toyhax.com and make your collection stand out from the rest. And tell them Patriot Prime sent you. Now, on to the review. The featured bot for this video is the brand new Transformers War for Cybertron Earthrise Doubledealer. And I am so happy to have this guy in my collection. I was so stoked to see him announced so many months ago because the original Generation 1 toy is one of my all-time favorites. Now, I pre-ordered this Doubledealer from Amazon.com back in February, and he was expected to release in September, and I was really surprised to get an email last week saying he'd be delivered a lot sooner. And here he is in my hands right now. So let's take a quick look at the packaging. You've got Doubledealer here in robot mode, and I love the way he's posed in the package. He's all like, yeah, come get some. I dig it. That is so cool. This side of the box, we've got some awesome artwork of Doubledealer. That is fantastic. I kind of wish they had the trading cards back just so I could collect that artwork again. Back of the box, you've got Doubledealer in robot mode, vulture mode, and launcher mode. On this side, you've got the Earthrise artwork, and that's pretty much it for the box. So let's get this guy cracked open and see if he is worth the wait. And welcome to Patriot Prime Reviews. Now, once you get Doubledealer all opened and out of the packaging, you'll see he does come with a sheet of instructions, and these are very well illustrated and very easy to follow, just like all the modern instructions that we've got lately. But be warned, this sheet of instructions unfolds, my God, into a friggin' poster. So have the room to open this up if you're going to use these instructions. He also comes with quite a few accessories. You've got this stabilization platform, a little sensor array. He's got this giant missile that actually separates into a rocket and blaster. He's got two little missile or grenade pods and a little machine gun. So now that we've got all that out of the way, let's take a look at Doubledealer himself. My first impressions with Transformers Earthrise Doubledealer is wow. What an homage to the original Generation 1 toy. This figure has an outstanding paint scheme, and not to mention the paint applications are flawless. And look at the molded detail. I love the looks of this figure. Head sculpt is dead on. That looks great. Love the painted eyes. They even have a little bit of a shine to them. And yes, notice they are red. Doubledealer here is a Mercenary. Great details down here on the stomach, down on the legs. I mean, this thing is spot on to the Generation 1 toy. Whoever designed this figure had a love of the Generation 1 figure, and it definitely shows. Now, one complaint I have for this guy right off the box is, for some reason, my Doubledealer likes to lean to the right, and I've tried to adjust the legs. However, and it won't work. There's something in there that keeps him from standing straight. But I guess once I load him up with weaponry, it's not going to matter. Now, taking a look at the articulation for this figure, Doubledealer's head it can do a complete 360. I don't think it's on a ball joint. Actually, it is. He can look up and down very slightly, and it's really tight. So yeah, nice rotation on the head. The arms up and down, they can do a complete 360 as well. He has an elbow bend, a double elbow bend actually, thanks to transformation, a bicep rotation, and wrist rotation. He also has waist rotation, legs up, down, all around, in and out. And yeah, love those ratchets. There's also a knee rotation and knee bend. And finally, ankle tilt. So lots of great mobility for the guy. Now let's go ahead and get him loaded up with his weaponry. As I showed earlier, you've got the missile here. You separate that, just pull it apart, and there is a very large blaster. They'll go there in his right hand. We'll put the missile, has a little peg right there. Put that in that peg hole. Just like G1, goes right over the shoulder. Then you have these little missile pods. Now they got the little 5mm peg. And to be honest, Double Dealer is loaded with 5mm pegs. You can put these on the weapons. You can put them on his shoulders, on his forearms. The instructions say to put him on his legs, but I like him on the arms. I think if you're going to have weaponry attached to you, I would rather have them on my arms. That way I could actually aim my weapons at the enemy. You have the sensor array here. We'll go ahead and put that on this shoulder. Right there. The small gun can peg in. Let's do this shoulder here. And this platform thing can actually hook to his back. You're going to flip this section out right here. And there's this section, these little pegs right here. That will slot up inside of this. So once you get those in, locked in place, you can either have him with the stabilizers. I cannot talk this morning, I apologize. Have the stabilizers sticking out like so, or rotate those around. And there you go. Now we have Double Dealer all armed and ready for battle. And man, does this guy come loaded for bear. I mean, he is ready to take on some Autobots. Another issue. I wish the arms had ratchets because he does not want to hold that weapon. And that sucks. I mean, even with the double bicep, I guess, nope. It's too weak of a joint to hold that big gun. And unfortunately, with these newer figures, I've noticed they're doing pins instead of screws, so tightening it up is not an option unless I want to use some floor polish. Now, Double Dealer here is a mercenary, which means he can change alliances. And it's a pretty cool gimmick right here. You've got the Autobot logos, as you can see, on the shoulders. There's a little panel that you flip right here. Flip that around. And now he's a Decepticon. You can actually do that on both sides once you move the sensor array out of the way. And there you go. Now it's odd that this one here fits flush where this one does not. And I cannot figure out why it won't fit flush. But no real deal breaker to me. Now to be honest, I always have thought as Double Dealer as a Decepticon anyway. Another mild complaint is I wish that he had the Mercenary symbol somewhere that he could flip around and hide. But I really don't see how they could have done that unless they'd hit it somewhere in these flaps. But still, trying to have 3 interchangeable symbols, that may not have worked too well. Now, another cool gimmick that Double Dealer has, if you happen to have the 3rd Spy Patrol unit that came with Knock and Scar, these are actually Double Dealer's partners, you can utilize these with him. He's got a little secret compartment right here that you can open this up, just flip it down, and now you can put in either Knock or Scar, kind of like Soundwave. Put those in there and close it up. So a little interactivity with those figures there. Also, you could take this, flip it around, and display them like so. And if you really want to go G1, take Knock out, flip him around so the peg right here is near the bottom, plug that back into the chest, and you can take out the abs right here. This little section pops out, Flip this back up, and you can plug these abs right here on this peg on knock. If I can get it. There we go. So now that's another really cool Generation 1 throwback that once again really proves my point. Whoever designed this figure was a huge Double Dealer fan. Now, of course, you can do the same thing with Scar, but the colors are just a little bit off. So now let's get Double Dealer transformed into his vehicle mode. Now, before you begin Double Dealer's transformation, the first thing you have to do is remove all of the weaponry. I mean, everything has got to go. Now, once you have all the accessories removed, what you're going to do is turn Double Dealer over and flip this panel forward underneath his foot. Then you're going to flip these sections around and then fold these over the thighs. Just like so. Move the arms out of the way. This, of course, will be the front of the vehicle. Once you have those flipped over, you're going to peg those together. And that more or less takes care of the front of the vehicle. Now you're going to take his Power Master port, flip that up and around. You're going to take the arms, and what you want to do with these is right here, hold the wheels while you flip this section up and over. Do that on both sides. Now you're going to notice a little tab right here. Now what you want to do is, well, first flip the fist in. Do that on both sides. Now you're going to rotate the black section, the forearm around, so you'll see that little slot right there. That's going to go into that peg. So you'll peg that together, line it up just right. You can always do this perfect until you're on camera. So there's one. And there's the other, maybe. There we go. And now you're going to bring those up like so. So now you have that going on. Now take the Power Master section, and there's little tabs right here. You want to make sure those connect. So get those moved forward and locked in, so that's secure. Now right here, this is kind of a pain. There is a tab right inside. You can see this green flap right here is against the blue legs. There is a tab that should fit in, but I have had the worst time getting that to connect. It barely attaches, messes that end all up. So I really don't fool with it. It still stays on fairly secure. Now underneath, of course I say that and it pops apart. Now underneath you see the wings here. Flip these sections forward, and that's going to enable some clearance for the vehicle. On the back, you're going to take this section, flip up over the head, and take this section around, and make sure, once again, that everything is all tabbed in. Like I said, this just will not attach right. But there you go. There is a vehicle mode. Now you're going to take the missile. Actually, this is Double Dealer's gun. The missile right here. Attach those two together, and you got these pegs right here that are going to attach to this little green section. Fold that back down. Let me adjust the camera. Now you're going to take the stabilizers. The stabilizers go on the back here. You got these two pegs that line up with those two holes. Get that popped in. You can move the stabilizers up, and now you have all these other little accessories that you can attach anywhere you want on the vehicle. I like to attach it right here on top where you can see those visible robot fists. It helps cover those up, so we'll put in the sensor array here, the machine gun here, and let's do the missile pods. We'll put those right there as well. And there we have Double Dealer's Missile Truck Alt Mode, and I love this. This thing looks awesome. It is armed and ready for battle, and a great throwback to the original Generation 1 toy. I love the little cockpit right here with the painted windows, lots of molded details, nice and heavy. It actually rolls really good. I mean, that's why you want to make sure and get those wing sections out of the way. And an extra little feature right here is this stabilizer platform. You can actually lower this, get the stabilizers out, and that way you can bring the missile up. We'll have to adjust the camera back. And now Double Dealer can rain some hell down from a continent away. Now you can also attach other Earthrise bases to Double Dealer via this platform right here. It's got those little connectors. I've got a Slither Fang. Let's see. So you can attach that like so, attach other bases onto that to really expand the playability of this mode. So that is really cool. And then you just fold this up, get the stabilizers out of the way, and now Double Dealer's rolling on to his next mission. And now for a Generation 1 comparison, here is Earthrise Double Dealer in Missile Truck mode with Generation 1 Double Dealer in Missile Truck mode. And I said it before, I'll say it again, there was a lot of Generation 1 love put into the Earthrise Double Dealer figure. I mean, check out the paint applications compared to the sticker details on the Generation 1 figure. Now, of course, Earthrise is a little bit bigger, but still, this guy looks awesome. And I do hope Toyhax comes up with some decals to give Earthrise those red rims like Generation 1. I love this vehicle. It's so cool. This vehicle has no insignias because the original Generation 1 toy, this was Double Dealer's neutral mode. He was in this mode. He transformed into the robot for Autobot mode, and he transformed into a Vulture for his Decepticon mode. And speaking of that, let's get Double Dealer transformed into his Vulture mode. Now, just like transformation from robot to vehicle, vehicle to Vulture mode requires all of the accessories to be taken off, which I have already done. So the first thing you want to do is the back of the vehicle here. You want to fold these sections down, and what you're going to do is there is this tab right here that you want to manipulate this section around. You want to flip the arm around. This black section here has a slot right there, and you want to get that lined up just right and tabbed in just like so. So it's kind of going to look like that there. You want to go ahead and do that on the other side as well. Just a little bit of turning and flipping and spinning. It's one of the hardest parts of the transformation right here. And there you go. Once you get those pieces put in, they are secured. You're going to go ahead and flip these sections around like so. Right on the back, you're going to take the wings and bring these out. And they are actually on ratchets. Check that out. You see the ratchets right there. Why they couldn't give him ratchets in the elbow, I have no idea. Then you're going to flip this purple panel up. You're going to extend this section here up out of the way, and you're just going to rotate around to get the bird head out. Now, for some reason, the head is going to catch right here, so you're going to have to apply a little bit of pressure to get that head to go through that opening. Then with the Vulture head, swing that around and extend it out like so. You got Double Dealer's robot head there. Close that purple panel, and there you go. Now you're going to take these sections here, bring these down. Well, first, I'm always missing something. Unhook the Power Master port, as I call it here. Move these out of the way, because what you're going to do is you're going to collapse this section in closer to the body. So you've got these sections right here. See the little black tabs? You want to swing these around, and this can sometimes be a pain. Okay, you get everything out of the way. Bird mode is a difficult transformation. Yay for the power of editing. So once again, these sections here you want to fold up. As you can see, they're starting to collapse in on each other. So now you've got this section here tighter to the body. Those little pegs or little tabs are all clicked in. Now, what you want to do, I made a mess of this, is take this section here, bring this up and over, rotate the Power Master section around, and then what you're going to do is there is a little slot right there, and you're going to peg this up and over this Power Master section, which locks that in place. Now we're going to get everything back to where it belongs. There we go. Take this green section here, you're going to fold this back and over, and it's going to actually peg into this section right here. You're going to have the bird legs, you're going to bring these down on both sides. Get the wings back out. And now we almost have vulture mode completed. Now we're going to take the giant missile and the platform here. And you're going to take the missile. You got the two pegs right here on the end. That's going to slot into the platform. If you take a close look, those are molded tail feathers. So peg those in right there like so. And now the missile has a clip right here. And that clip is going to go over this section right here on the back of the vehicle. And that actually clips on really secure. And there we have Doubledealer. Well, let me fold those back. And there we have Doubledealer in vulture mode. Now, of course, you can add all the different accessories to this mode as well. You've got the little rocket pods. We'll put these up here on the sides. You've got the radar dish that'll actually fit underneath. And the machine gun can fit underneath as well. We'll plug that back into his hands. You can put these wherever. There are multiple ports all over the figure. And there we have Doubledealer in vulture mode, all armed and ready for battle. And I think this mode is really, really cool. Very Generation 1. I mean, it's spot on to the G1 toy. Love the head sculpt. Head sculpt is awesome. Got those dead black eyes. The mouth can move up and down. And it's got some nice molded in teeth right there, just like the Generation 1 toy. There's a little tab right there so you get your thumbnail in, and that'll enable you to open the mouth. The head can also rotate around and look up and look down. The wings have great articulation. As I said earlier, they're on a ratchet. They can flap, and this section here can go up and down, and it can angle in and out. The bird legs, they kind of fold forward. It's kind of like got a reverse knee bend and can bend right there at the toes. Now the missile is along his back. In Generation 1, the missile was underslung underneath his belly, and you can actually do that with this figure, but it doesn't really attach very well. So the first thing you want to do is unpeg the missile. Like I said, that is a secure clip right there. So once you get that off, you're going to take the tail feathers, and now you have these sections right here that clipped on in robot mode. They will go right there. And then you just take the missile and you peg it in where it was pegged in vehicle mode. So now you have the underslung missile just like Generation 1. And speaking of Generation 1, here is Earthrise Doubledealer with his Generation 1 counterpart. Once again, lots of love went into the Earthrise version because it is spot on to G1. I absolutely love that. Now, one thing I really like about this Doubledealer is opposed to Generation 1, where the Vulture mode was his Decepticon mode and the Robot mode was his Autobot mode, the Earthrise has the robot mode that can switch factions, so no matter what mode he's in, he can be either Autobot or Decepticon, though this Vulture looks way more Decepticon than Autobot. And now for some quick size comparisons, here is Transformers War for Cybertron Earthrise Doubledealer with Generation 1 Optimus Prime, Generation 1 Doubledealer, and check out all the callbacks from the Earthrise figure to the Generation 1 toy. And see what I mean? There's the Power Master with the abs that look just like his. Same collar scheme, same paint applications. A great looking homage. And fellow Mercenary, Generation Selects Earthrise Exhaust. Transformers Earthrise Doubledealer is a great figure. I've got a few nitpicks with him due to all the loose joints, but hopefully some floor polish will help tighten those up. This figure is a love letter to the Generation 1 toy. This figure has tons of playability, great transformations, and for once, it's a leader class figure worth the leader class price. So there you go, guys. Transformers War for Cybertron Earthrise Doubledealer. So, does the Transformers War for Cybertron Earthrise Doubledealer belong in your collection? Absolutely. This is a fantastic figure. In my opinion, one of the best of the modern triple changers that we've had. And I love the fact that he's a leader class figure and all of his pieces and parts can be stored on all modes. So no matter what mode you decide to display him in, everything is going to be attached. You're not going to have extra pieces in storage. I think the other leader class figure that did that was Ultra Magnus, but you couldn't store anything on him if you had him displayed in the smaller bot. This guy, all the pieces attached. I think he looks great. Few minor nitpicks with the figure, but nothing I can't live without. Plus, the Generation 1 homage to the original figure is just awesome. There was a lot of love put into this figure. Now, guys, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to click that bell icon to get notified when I upload new reviews. Once again, this is Patriot Prime, signing out. Hooah!